We are going to go ahead and transition over to our guest in Cairo, Egypt. We have with us Ahmed Alfi, which some of you may know through his wonderful work with Flat 6 Labs and the many startups that he has helped not only create, but also helped support and helped grow through his many, many great programs. He's also more recently, and that's what he's specifically talking to us about, the founder of a program called Nafham, which in Arabic means to understand, to educate, and Ahmed can probably give us a little bit better of an understanding of what he means by it. Again, I won't go into his bio. You can find all the biographies on our MENA+SocialGood.com website. And again, please do follow the online conversation, as there are many great questions coming in to you also, Anastasia, so you can go ahead and do that. But are we ready to go over to Ahmed?
I'm ready.
All right. Are we good? Again, thank you guys very much for bearing with us as we work this whole thing out. Ahmed.
Go ahead, start. I'm on screen.
Okay, Ahmed, you're good to go. So Ahmed, tell us a little bit more. First off, I'd like you to walk through your background before you delve too much into Nafham, which I am very excited to have people hear about. But it's ultimately digitizing knowledge, empowering online education. But Ahmed, what drives you to do what you do?
I enjoy it. That's really the simple answer. I get so much pleasure out of doing what I'm doing and funding startups and working with young people and having the opportunity to fund and mentor them and hopefully to try and make build great companies together. Okay?
Sorry, technical difficulty, wrong presentation, please. Ahmed.
It's okay. Skip the presentation, no worries. I don't need a presentation.
Nice t-shirt, Ahmed.
Well, the t-shirt is the company. It's Nafham. And Nafham really started as a conversation I had with a friend who was telling me about the growing birth rate in Egypt. And our birth rate in Egypt for the last 4 years has gone from 2 million newborns a year to 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. The estimate's 2.4 million. And 100,000 new kids a year means in 5 years the government has to have built, I'm guessing, an average of 3, 4, 5 schools a day to fulfill that demand. And being the situation that we had, being what it is, we quickly came to the conclusion that the government wasn't going to be able to do that, and we were going to be short schools, since we were already short schools and the kids were 50, 80, 100 kids to classrooms sometimes. So we decided to put together Nafham, which is we took the public school curriculum and we skipped the judgment call of should we amend or not amend the curriculum. The government mandates this is the curriculum. That's what we will try to explain. We subdivided the public school curriculum into lessons. We hired teachers, and they subdivided the curriculum. We put it all on PDFs online, and then went out around the internet and like a curator, we basically selected whatever Arabic content was already there that explained any of these lessons. After we did that, we found the gaps that we had. We hired 60 teachers. They recorded video lessons. And then we opened up something called crowd teaching. And we allowed anybody to record a lesson. They could read the lesson and record it if they didn't like the way it was done. And we have 10-year-olds recording lessons for other 10-year-olds. We have mothers recording lessons for kids. We have college students recording physics lessons for high schoolers. We're getting a few hundred videos a week submitted by the crowd. So in about a year, we have 10,000 videos. We cover the full public school curriculum right now, and we're doing about 45,000 lessons a day, video lessons a day that we're giving. We're hoping that we're just starting our big advertising push and really, pushing out. We're trying to reach into different circles to the students. We expect to have 400,000 to 500,000 lessons a day by the end of the year, by the end of this school year. And phase two is we've tried to take a lot of that same content and repurpose it, and we've now launched the Syrian curriculum, So we've taken the existing Syrian government curriculum and put it online. We're probably 70–80% of the way done with that. And our goal is by the end of this year we'll have the Palestinian curriculum done as well. And next year our targets will be to continue to expand the solution to offer it all Arabic-speaking countries. We're targeting having online teachers to answer questions after kids watch the lessons in every subject. And the next phase, we're doing vocational training for the low end. Somebody's going to work in a textile factory. We can show them all the safety videos, and we're going to crowdsource those from just big echo. We're going to crowdsource those from the companies that will hire the laborers that we're going to try to train through our video lessons. And then by the end of next year, our target is to try and open this to be an open source platform so anybody in any country can do the same thing. In Thailand or Vietnam, they can take their public school curriculum using our platform and put the whole thing online, start crowdsourcing the solution, and let it run from there.
Ahmed, I want to just ask you something, Ahmed. I mean, you're talking about digitizing public curriculum. I think this is a very important concept because you have people that are talking about wiping away public curriculum and starting new curriculum and recreating kind of our concept of how we educate in the Arab world. Can you just talk about why you're actually digitizing the curriculum that is currently the curriculum that a lot of countries criticize? I mean, have you felt any type of pushback when you do that? I mean, do people want new curriculum, or is it simply that they want to better access their curriculum? Can you speak a little bit to that?
So multiple points. First point is, if people want to push back on the curriculum, they can push back to the government. We don't take the responsibility for the curriculum. We're trying to help people meet the standards set within the country where they live. So these are standards set by the Egyptian Ministry of Education, and we think that the government will probably never catch up in building schools. So at some point, our curriculum will be the equivalent of homeschooling, and we'll have certification of this curriculum. If and when the government wants to change the whole model, or a different group wants to address that, that's wonderful. We will then record tapes to fill that and to try and educate around what is mandated in the country. We really made a decision early on that we didn't want to expand the problem, and we wanted to solve one problem. And after we solve that problem, we'll tackle the next one. But if we tried to put everything together, I came to the conclusion early on that we wouldn't really get anything done, because we'd probably spend the first 3 years dealing with the government instead of putting content online and getting people to use it. The other thing is that in our accelerator in Flat 6 Labs, which is where Nafham came out of, a lot of our applicants and the really, really bright young entrepreneurs that come to us are graduates of public schools. So the curriculum, in my mind, can't be that bad. These people take that curriculum and supplement it with online education, but they're able to get the basics and enough that they're able to supplement it and become people that we think are worthy of funding.
Okay, Ahmed, so I would actually ask you a quick question. It might be provocative. What is the future of education in the Arab world? What do we need to do to change the way also people interact with education and how we perceive it?
So I think we actually have an advantage similar to many emerging countries that actually, when mobile phones came in, never got to fixed line, right? Phones, they just jumped to the mobile phones 15, 20 years ago. I think that's where we are in education here. The old system, we're never going to catch up. So we can just start on the new solution, and maybe it's at some point when the right people make the decision, there'll be a sense of liberation that we can start on this new technological solution, and all education is going digital in some form or another, right? So I'm not saying all the social aspects of school and the students being together should be eliminated, but I'm saying that online digital education will be a major component in every part of the world, in every child's education in the future, if it isn't already.
Wonderful. Well, Ahmed, I think we're about to go to Jordan. Do you have any closing remarks to our literally 53 plus countries that are live streaming and all the meetups that are actually happening? And if you guys are following the hashtag, you can see wonderful pictures being tweeted from Doha, from Silatech, one of our wonderful sponsors, and several other organizations. If you were to kind of give any closing remarks about what role does technology play in advancing social good in the Arab world, what would it be?
Maybe I make my closing remarks slightly differently, picking up on a point that you commented on earlier, which is we actually think we've built something pretty cool. We're very proud of what we've done, and we think it's going to grow, and we think it's going to help solve a problem. And my comment to everybody is there's nothing really special about us. We're not really, super smart people. We're not geniuses. We just decided to do this. And everybody out there can decide to find a way to solve part of a problem. We just identified one problem. We didn't try to solve 20 problems at the same time. And I think that's part of the key to what's making this effective. And again, picking up on what you said, I think that all the journeys start with it's an accumulation of a lot of baby steps. If thousands of people do small little projects like this that have the opportunity to grow to be big projects and get traction, I think we're going to solve a lot of problems very easily, and that's really why I was very excited to participate in this conference.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Ahmed. Your contributions and your work not only impact many people, but have strong echoes throughout the world. So we really appreciate you taking the time to join us from Egypt. Now we're going to move over to Amman, Jordan. And in Amman